Josh Adams out for the first two games of the Six Nations 2021. That's pretty disappointing. It's a bit of a self-inflicted one for Josh Adams. I really rate Josh Adams, man. I know I picked him in a 1 year out from the Lions tour video. And for some reason, man, he got a whole bunch of stick. But I know Welsh fans love him, and he is a proper class player. But he is out, and it's not for injury, unfortunately. It's for breaching the COVID regulations they've got in terms of keeping their guys in their bubble. I had a quick read. I ended up reading The Sun, of all bloody news sources. But yeah, essentially Josh Adams went to a gender reveal party. We'll put that to one side. My kids are running riot outside, so gender reveal. Anyway, according to The Sun, it's his missus is pregnant, and he ended up going to a gender reveal party, and he had too many family members there, so that breaches the bubble rules. It came to light, and he is out for the first two matches of the Six Nations, being against Ireland and Scotland. Wayne Pivac said, extremely disappointed with the breach, and they've acted robustly and swiftly to take all appropriate measures. All the players have had briefings and education regarding protocols, and they all had that responsibility on this occasion. Josh has made an error of judgment, showed immediate remorse, and Josh said he apologized unreservedly, and he made an error of judgment, attended a small family gathering to celebrate a family milestone. It's wrong. He's in the public eye. He's got a responsibility to lead by example. He's getting slammed, man. He's getting absolutely slammed, especially for the fact that it's a gender reveal. Those things are pretty divisive. It's not the kind of thing that I did when my missus was pregnant with our kids, but I mean, each to their own. And yeah, it's just unfortunate for him. It's one of those things that in the current environment, you've seen a couple of guys make a call. Matteo Minozzi went, man, the idea of this bubble, I'm tired. I need a break. Nah, I'm not doing it. Fair call. I don't think he got much stick. Joe Marler, I think basically same deal, said, look, family, I can't do the bubble for the length of time it's required. Pull out. So I guess you kind of know what you're signing up for, and it's a deliberate decision to breach that. So again, I'm not being... I mean, he's stupid to do what he did, but I understand he's got his family commitments. But I guess that's the kind of decision you make a couple of weeks ago when Wayne Pivac gives you the call once you're in that Wales squad. If your missus is pregnant and you think you need to be there for important milestones, you make a call. And that's a bloody tough call to make. Your professional rugby career, representing your country at the elite level, or being there for your partner while she's going through pregnancy and celebrating with your family. You got to make that call. And once you've made one decision, you probably need to stick with that. So it's one that's going to come back to bite him. And like I said, man, he's a great player. So I'm so sad not to see him going to be in those first couple of games. I had a look at his stats in the Pro 14 because I have not seen Cardiff Blues play in this current season of the Pro 14. I haven't been watching enough of the Welsh teams. I checked his stats and they weren't that great initially because he had only one try assist. He's in the top 50 guys for defenders beaten. He's in the top 10 guys for clean breaks. He's in the top 40 for run meters. But then I looked at how many games he's played. He's only played 6. And Cardiff Blues have played 12 games. So I think his production is pretty good given the limited number of games he's played. Imagine if he'd played 12 games, his numbers would be through the roof. So I haven't seen him play, but I have no doubt that he is still performing at that elite level. He is one of my favorite players. It's disappointing. Look at it as a chance. Maybe Lewis Rees-Zammit gets some more minutes. Who are the other guys in the squad? So Josh Adams, he's not going to be available. You go Hallam Amos, George North, Lewis Rees-Zammit, Halfpenny, and Liam Williams. So maybe you put Liam Williams on the wing and put Halfpenny at fullback plus Zammit or North. I don't know if they're going to play North in the centres or the outside backs, but either way, pretty gutted not to see Josh Adams there, at least for the first two games. It's going to put everybody else on notice. And the tournament itself is already kind of off on a knife edge with the new variants, and with France being pretty hesitant for travel. Everyone needs to be on their best behaviour, so he's stuffed up. I get it, man. I got a family of my own, but yeah, hopefully he learns from that, and everybody is absolutely as strict with themselves as they can be for the remainder. Because, I mean, we saw what happened with the Barbars when they were supposed to play on that whole game got called off. It was all, just guys being too lax. We just can't afford that kind of thing in the current climate. So I wouldn't blame him if he said, look, I want to spend time with Mrs. She's pregnant. Like, dude, just make the call. But then I guess stick to your guns once you've made it. Ireland, kind of bad news that Caelin, Doris and Quin Roux are out, at least for the initial part of the tournament. Caelin, Doris, I think, has got a bit of concussion, which is pretty, it says could be associated with a concussion. Some symptoms which could be associated with concussion from the IRFU. That's disappointing because he's a hell of a player. People have mentioned, his ability to kind of shimmy through that kind of first tackle and still keep his arms open to maybe offload to another defender. It's the kind of thing that Ireland would definitely benefit from going forward if they decided to play him at number 8. So he's returned back to Leinster to be assessed, and Quin Roux's got a neck complaint which hasn't settled, and he is going to be going back to Connacht to be managed. Flip side of that, though, is kind of a good news, like where one door closes, another door opens. You've got Gavin Coombes, who, from what limited time I've seen him, has looked the business, proper work rate from that guy with Munster, and Ryan Baird's another one, proper up-and-coming young player. I'm actually kind of pleased for him to really get a crack. I was pretty disappointed he didn't make the initial squad. So for him to come in, he may not get any minutes. Maybe he'll be on the bench. We'll have to wait and see. They got, Henderson's fit, and you got James Ryan. So it's a pretty competitive position, that second row. But man, I hope he does well. Sexton has also been confirmed fit. That'll have a lot of people very happy, and some people maybe slightly disappointed. But anyway, and the last one, Gregory Aldritt for France. He is back in. That's a bit of good news. They've trimmed their squad down a little bit. But Aldritt being back can only be good news for the competition. So yeah, man, Six Nations is not too far away. Gutted that Josh Adams won't be there for the first couple of games. I'm torn between wanting to, say nasty things about him, but I won't go to that level, man, because I do understand. He's got a family, so he just made a big old mistake, and hopefully he learns from it. He's still a relatively young man, like 25 years old, and I look forward to seeing what happens with Coombes and Baird once they come in to the Ireland squad. Whether they get any minutes or not, again, remains to be seen, but good for them, and Aldritt being back in the Six Nations for France can only be an absolute good thing. So yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts on these developments. Six Nations just around the corner. Talk to you guys again soon. Take care. Bye.